Convert the following decimals to percents: 0.23, 0.2, 0.02, 1.5, and 30. We're going to look at these one at a time, starting with 0.23. Now, we just saw that to convert a percent to a decimal, we have to move the decimal point to the left 2 places. If we're going the other direction now, going from decimals to percents, we need to move the decimal point to the right 2 places. So with 0.23, if the decimal point starts to the left of the 2, and it needs to move 2 places to the right, it's going to go after the 3. And so this is technically 23.0%. And usually when we have a whole number, we don't write the decimal. So it's nicer to just write this as 23%. And I'll put the rule right here. To convert from a decimal to a percent, move the decimal point to the right 2 places. Let's look at the next example. Let's look at 0.2 as a decimal. We want to change this to a percent. And if we want to move the decimal point to the right 2 places, we're going to actually need another 0 here so that we can do that. If we put the 0 there and we move the decimal point to the right 2 places, we end up with 20. And so our answer is 20%. 0.2 is equal to 20%. Let's look at the next one, 0.02. We know that we need to move the decimal point to the right 2 places. If we move it once and then twice, it goes to the right of the 2. And so we just end up with 2. And so that gives us 2%. Next, we have 1.5. Now, to move the decimal point to the right 2 places, we're going to actually need to have another 0 at the end. So I'm going to put 150. And if it starts between the 1 and the 5 and it moves to the right 2 places, that gives us 150. And so we get 150%. Remember that when a number is more than 1, you're going to have more than 100%. And when numbers are less than 1, you're going to have less than 100%. We've got one more number here. We've got 30, and we want to convert that to a percent. Now with a whole number, the decimal point is on the right-hand side. If we want to move this to the right 2 places, we're going to need 2 more zeros. So originally the decimal point was after the 30. When we move it to the right 2 places, that gives us 3,000. And so we end up having 3,000%, which is our final answer. Being able to convert decimals back to percents ends up being important when we start to look at application problems, because after we do the math for a problem, if we need to have a percent for an answer, but we end up with a decimal after we solve an equation, we're going to have to convert that decimal to a percent, and now we're able to do that.